Is it possible to get professional sounding mixes and masters on headphones? Mixes that sound as good or better than tracks from your favorite artists who work in professionally treated rooms with reference monitors costing four, five, or even six figures? Well, now, with the Slate VSX headphone system, that may just be possible. Find out more and watch me test my latest production in every environment and speakers the Slate VSX headphone system emulates. Coming right up. Hi, I'm Les Vegas, recording artist, music producer, and mixing engineer from Los Angeles, California. On this channel, I talk about all the latest pro audio hardware and software and provide tips and tricks on recording and mixing music at home. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. And at any point in the video, check out all the links to all the different gear, software, and other things we talk about in this video in the description below. Today, we're talking about the Slate VSX headphone system, a revolutionary new kind of headphones that allow you to produce music in precise room emulations of pro mixing studios, mastering rooms, audiophile listening rooms, and even cars and nightclubs. These emulations not only model the physical acoustic characteristics of the spaces, but also some of the most popular reference speakers in the world, along with other popular headphones, earbuds, and even boomboxes to test your mixes on. As if that wasn't enough, the headphones themselves, along with the VSX HD linear software, are designed to be perfectly flat, giving you the most accurate, true-to-the-source representation of your sound. Even more than the room and speaker emulations, this is what I'm probably the most excited about. I mean, you would think every pair of reference speakers and headphones from the top manufacturers in the world would be designed to be flat, but fact is, I don't know any of them that are. And especially with speakers. The room they're in is absolutely 100% for sure going to affect their sound. So to finally have a perfectly flat reference no matter where you are, well, that's the game changer. But it sure is fun to hear how your mix sounds in a top studio, Tesla, or dance club. Now, if you just want to hear how these things sound, you can go ahead and skip to the time below to hear me test out my latest track in each of the different rooms and on all the different speakers. But if you want to know more, I'm about to dive into the details of the technology and specific speakers, headphones, and rooms these things emulate. So, how do these things work? Well, first off, the headphones come with a plugin, which uses what they're calling binaural perception modeling, which precisely reproduces the 3D sound of the speakers in various environments, as well as models of industry-standard headphones. See, regular headphones only have left and right speakers that sit directly on your ears, which makes the auditory image appear to be inside your head. When you pan left and right, standard headphones deliver audio to the extreme left and right of your head. However, speakers in real rooms operate much differently. Because both of your ears hear the left and right speakers simultaneously, you hear a natural crosstalk which creates a more lifelike phantom center image, right? Because with only two speakers, there's no center speaker. But sitting between two speakers on the left and right, we do perceive the sound as if it were coming from the center. But without a center speaker, there really isn't a true center. But the real problem with speakers in physical rooms is that if the speaker response is not absolutely flat and doesn't cover the full range of human hearing from 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz, then the sound from the speakers won't be accurate and mixes won't translate properly on any system in any space. Binaural perception modeling gives you precise recreations of perfectly tuned flat speakers in various environments and provides a perfectly flat headphone model. Now, if you're like me, you're probably thinking, really? Closed-back mixing headphones? Well, yeah, it has to be this way. First, the Ultra HD beryllium drivers allow you to hear extreme details of your mix not possible with the drivers used in most other headphones. The custom analog tuning circuitry optimizes the signal for emulations with audiophile quality analog components. The Superflex headband provides maximum comfort with dual zone padding, high-grade collagen leather, and lightweight design. Meanwhile, the acoustic ported subsonics, APS, harnesses what is typically unused air pressure to deliver the most authentic sub-low frequencies available in headphones, and the dual-zone collagen leather ear cushions provide phase accuracy and comfort for long mixing sessions. The slimline audiophile cable is a 2-meter low-profile cable made from premium Litz wiring, which delivers audio with less noise, improved reliability, and tangle-free handling. And the 24-karat gold-plated connectors provide consistent, low-resistance connectivity to prevent signal degradation. All this in a featherweight exoskeleton made from lightweight materials designed to be worn for hours at a time. Personally, I get so transported, I sometimes forget I'm even wearing headphones. Now for the emulations. First, we have NRG Studio. This famous Hollywood studio has been home to countless artists and albums from Beyonce to Billy Joel. They model the 3 speakers in Studio C, the mix room. First, a classic pair of emulated Yamaha NS10s with a Dynaudio sub. While not known as the prettiest sounding speaker, they will tell you very quickly if something is wrong with your mix. Next, the midfield is a precise recreation of the ATC SCM25, which is rich, hi-fi balanced, and fun to listen to. Last, they modeled NRG's iconic Oceanway HR 3.5 far fields with extra sub. This main sounds deep, punchy, big, and smooth. This mix room has a subtle but noticeable room tone. Up next is Archon Studio. This studio is one of the most distinguished privately owned studios in the world. Owner-producer Aris Arkantis spared no expense to make this the perfect mix room. You'll notice it's quite a bit drier and contains less room tone than NRG's mix room. The Archon Nearfield has a great sounding Amphion system with a subwoofer, which they modeled down to the slightest detail. The midfield is a reproduction of the ATC SCM150 and sounds insanely detailed and flat. This is my personal favorite speaker emulation. It makes me want a pair, but they're $20,000.
Say what?
So yeah, not today. Finally, the Farfields model Polonis dual concentric speakers. They are deep, punchy, and really fun to mix on. Next, we have Howie Weinberg mastering. Howie's list of mastered albums reads like a who's who of legendary artists. Now you can polish your mix in his private mixing room, complete with precise emulation of his PMC mixing speakers. They are very balanced, extremely clear, and have the famous PMC ultra-detailed high-end, and will show you the most minute details of your mix. They are set back as a far field, so you'll hear some nice distance and depth to these speakers. Now, let's get out of the studio and into the car. The electric car emulates the sound system in a Tesla, which is exactly the car I actually have. So yeah, no more driving the car around the corner while it's unregistered just to test my mix, and on the way back get pulled over and get a $240 fine. True story. Find out in seconds if your mix passes the car test with this electric car's incredible sound system. Cars are the ultimate mix check reference because of their extended lows and highs. If there's a problem with your mix, this system will let you know thanks to its incredibly revealing hi-fi sound system. Both car captures have 360-degree modeled sound, so it'll appear as if some of the sounds are coming from behind you. This electric car has one of the most hi-fi sounding car stereos I've ever heard. You'll get lots of punchy lows, clear mids, and smooth highs. Next, the luxury SUV emulates the included sound system in a Mercedes. The electric car was so hi-fi that they decided they wanted one more car system that was a bit more typical. This SUV system fit the bill perfectly with its huge lows, scooped mids, and shimmery highs. While not the most flattering sound, especially when coming from studio speakers, this car system will unapologetically let you know if your mix needs work or if the balances are off. Now, let's drive the Mercedes Jeep to the LA nightclub. I'm not certain which club was modeled here, but being a true veteran of the LA nightlife scene, I'm guessing by the illustration and the sound system, this was Exchange in downtown LA. The speakers modeled were a Function 1 Res 3 sound system. So many producers are making music that ends up being played on large club sound systems, so this reference will be extremely useful, especially for checking how the extreme sub-lows will translate. They modeled this famous Hollywood nightclub towards the DJ booth and towards the back, so you can reference your mix in 2 unique and useful locations. This room is essential if you're balancing low-end and hip-hop and EDM. After the club, let's head back to the house in the Hollywood Hills and drink a nightcap in the audiophile listening room. Get ready for a seriously revealing room. This $80,000 audiophile listening room is one of the nicest sounding environments they've ever heard. Featuring a custom Dyne Audio Monroe C4 hi-fi system emulation, this room has a beautiful room depth and space. You'll hear ultra-clear highs, flattering mids, and punchy lows, making it great for final listens and mix checks. On the complete opposite end of the spectrum, we have the boombox, which emulates a Sony ZS-PS50. Now you can mix on the same boombox legendary engineers have used for over 3 decades. They modeled this classic Sony boombox from 2 feet away, the ideal distance to hear if your mix is balanced. This is essential to hear how the low end translates on small devices like phones and laptops. Now we get into the headphone emulations. VSX models a total of 6 headphones. The Sennheiser HD650s, Beyerdynamic 770s, both the 80 ohm and the 250 ohm versions, the Audio-Technica ATH M50X, and the Apple earbuds and wireless AirPods. And finally, we have the VSX headphone system's very own VSX HD Linear, the perfect reference. VSX HD Linear gives you a headphone tone that's so flat you'll hear your mix in its truest, most authentic form. Since the VSX headphones are designed to be the ultimate blank canvas for the software, they designed this brutally honest emulation as both a mixing option and the default setting whenever you use the level match bypass feature. Whenever you bypass the VSX plugin, the VSX HD Linear software kicks in to ensure you have an accurate reference every time. This is actually my favorite way to listen and use the Slate VSX headphones. You get your mix sounding incredible here, it will sound incredible everywhere. That's the point here, and although the emulations are really fun to try, this is what makes these suckers worth every nickel. Speaking of money, the VSX headphones sell for $479, but if you buy them directly on StephenSlateAudio.com, they offer a rent-to-own option where you can get VSX today and pay $39.99 for 12 months, which is exactly how I got mine. No interest, late fees, credit check, or applications. However, before you start jumping up and down, this option is available in the US only. I know it. Shoot. For those of you located outside the US, you'll just have to buy them and pay $39.99 a month on your credit card. Now, let's hear what the emulations sound like. Without the VSX headphones, you're not going to get an accurate representation of the sound of the headphones by listening to this demo. However, it will give you a good idea of how the different emulations vary, and you can listen to how my mix is sounding on the speakers or headphones you're used to listening on. You'll see the VSX plugin placed last on my master bus. If you typically use other plugins on your master, VSX should always be placed as the final plugin in the chain. The mix we'll be listening to is actually a new track I'm currently working on called Turn Around. So it's not really a full complete mix. It has just been balanced, panned, and some EQ on each of the 13 tracks. I started this track from scratch on the day I got my VSX headphones, and that's how I broke them in, by recording a new tune. I found the sound inspiring and just wanted to dive right into a new production. And this is what I came up with so far. I hope you enjoy the demo. Whoa, pretty cool, right? So today, we learned all about the Slate VSX headphone system, how it works, what it is and what it does, the technology behind it, and heard every room, speakers, and headphones it emulates. If I missed anything, or if you have any questions on anything I mentioned in the video, just let me know. So what do you think? Will you be selling your favorite cans or monitors and using VSX exclusively from here on out? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, some of the top producers and artists in the world tune into videos just like this one. So definitely connect with other musicians and producers down there.